I've got hoes. I've got hoes in different area codes. Area codes. Hoes. I've got hoes in different area codes. Area codes.
Now you thought I was just 770 and 44. I'm worldwide, bitch. Act like y'all don't know. It's the abominable hope, man. The Globetrot International Dope Man. Neighbor Dick Dope Man. 718s, 212s. That's in small cities and states. IOUs, 901. Matter of fact, 305. I jump off the G4. We can meet outside. Now control your hormones and keep your drawers on till I close the door and I'm jumping your bones. 312s, 313s. 215s, 80 trees. Read your horoscope and eat some hors d'oeuvres. 10 on pump 1. These hoes is self-serve. 757 410s. My cell phone just overloads.
Hey.
Whoa ha. Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha.
Whoa ha.
Whoa ha ha. Whoa. Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha.
Now every day is a holiday. Oh, praise
everybody,
the Lord,
welcome. Wrong show.
I'm taking it worldwide.
Everybody, welcome back to the blackest show about nothing. It's Jade and XT. We have a special guest with us this week.
Yes, we do.
We have the Bonni Scotch with us this week.
Boom.
Thank you guys for having me. It's your girl, Bonni Scotch, a.k.a. the Adornment Architect, a.k.a. Rap Game Morticia Adams, a.k.a. the Yawn Mother, period.
Yes. What was it? IKTMFH. I know that's motherfucking right.
Yes, honey.
GRWM.
Grown woman. Welcome. No one's ever done AKAs for us before. That's
right,
awesome.
Really?
Honey, off the cuff.
Period. How we do?
Yeah.
Now, for those who have been on Patreon, you have been privy to our last several Drag Race episodes featuring the Bonni Scotch. But if you are not tuned into the Patreon, there will be places you can find her. We will discuss at the end of this episode. But also, you have seen her on me. That
you sure have.
That's
plenty.
No, I'm not pausing. This is not Cameron and Maze. No. Why you gotta be focused? Y'all trying to rope me into some shit.
Because it's July 1st and I cannot
don't care.
wait.
No, I'm not. You're not about to get homophobic on this show. You're not about to get homophobic on this show. You have seen the Bonni Scotch on me, the Adornment Architect, in my fully knit cardigan that went down past my knees. You have seen me in my cowrie shell hoops and dangles. You have seen rings and all kinds of adornments. And that is all thanks to who?
And smoke wands, honey.
And my smoke wand that you see every episode on Patreon of a different variety. Thank you very much.
Yes, honey.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, since we're pushing this steamboat right along, you were on our 402nd episode because we had an episode in between the
Happy anniversary, guys.
I'm going to keep trolling Jade until...
It's not an anniversary.
Oh, it's not a thing? Okay.
No,
400 is a lot.
That is. This is a significant milestone.
400 fetch is what you're trying to do.
Yeah, 400.
And everybody's all hype and giddy. And they're like, yes, congrats. Oh, yes, yes. And I'm the only one.
Oh, celebrate it. You guys should definitely celebrate it.
We'll celebrate the 420 episode.
No,
We'll
there we go.
Ooh.
420 episodes.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
I'm on time for that.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
So, how was your week? We'll start off with our guest. How was your week, my dear?
My week, so far, so good. I feel like my days are just running into each other.
Oh, God.
But I feel like that's kind of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, it is time.
Yeah. We're living in a smoke haze.
Good week so far.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I love to
Jade
hear
of all
Thank you.
jades.
You know how my week was. I busted my coochie on the floor. And if you're not tuned into my TikTok, you'll hear on Getting Grown next week, I slipped and busted my coochie on the floor. And and tore my hamstring.
Oh, no.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
my God.
No way.
Child
Shady, I'm
walking
sorry.
around with a cane, child hobbling about like Mr. Tumnus. It's awful. It's awful. But it's fine. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm not fine, but I'm fine. I'm alive.
Say, no, that's not okay.
No, it's
that's
not.
Death drop.
It's not okay. Broken
How's your
pussy.
week,
that's-
XD?
It was literal broken pussy.
Broken pussy. Oh my God.
How was my week?
Yeah.
It was. I
I'm
was
sorry,
a little
that was
sick.
I was about to ask you. It was like this girl I used to be in class with named Lanesha. Oh, like Lanesha. And Lanesha used to say, if she sneezed before anybody, she'd be like, "Bless you, Lanesha. Thank you, Lanesha." you said, "How was
I
my week?"
appreciate
It was
that.
great.
Yeah. I was a little under the weather. And I think it was because of just lack of sleep. We don't get a lot of rest. It'll wear down your system.
Oh yeah.
So I've just been working a lot. I have been a little on the social side. Not
You have.
because, but it's Pride, so gay shit. Gotta make my rounds, and it's not because before people are like, oh, you never hang out with me. Like, no, that's not it. I've been going to events and stuff for work.
Also, don't do that.
Yeah,
Just because I be outside, don't mean I want to be outside with you.
Right.
People like to police your time, and I don't have that to do.
I saw you post on
They see
Instagram. You
somewhere,
didn't
they
answer
be
my
like,
text
no
message.
invite.
Right. I cannot stand a no
That's my
invite.
least favorite. Yeah.
Oh,
No
I
invite.
can't.
Oh,
No
so you go
bitch.
cook all this, so you not invite me? No, I don't know you, stranger internet nigga. Like, go away, scram. If I wanted to break bread with you, I would have offered.
Fishes and loaves, ho. Fishes and loaves.
Yeah, like tact. Speaking of tact, let me tell you about how I don't know if you all saw my tweet, but I'm here to prove that the company Temu is a it's a communist organization.
Wait,
and
Temu?
it's sent here to
I did see that
terrorize
tweet.
America.
What is Temu? Hold
So
on.
where's my shit at? And I'm glad we're recording this way today
Let me
because
pull it
I
up.
would have did this on purpose so I could
Timo.
show you the shitty quality. And I hate the internet too.
Why is the first
People
question? Is Temu like Shein?
Yeah, it's AliExpress,
Oh, no.
Shein, Wish. It's the most chaotic website whatsoever.
Did you see the person on the internet talking about how Shein flew them to the Shein headquarters and how it went very poorly for them on the
that
internet.
big girl fashion girl that don't have fashion.
Wait, what happened with that?
Okay,
Because I
so
saw something about it. I just didn't care enough to tune in. So please give me the.
from my understanding, this white TikTok influencer went.
It was like a bunch of them.
Oh, it was a few of them. That makes sense. But this
Yeah.
particular one, they flew them to China, or I guess they flew a group of them, but this particular one was speaking on the internet. They flew them to China to tour the Shein factory. Basically, it was publicity for Shein because they have terrible publicity with environmentalists and people who give a fuck about humans' rights, because fast fashion is very dangerous for the environment and is also unethical and treats people like shit, and people are forced to work 17 and 20 hours a day in factories with no windows and so forth and so on. So Shein has been under scrutiny for those type of working conditions. So they flew these influencers out to basically like show like, hey, we have very good working conditions and we want you to be the mouthpiece for us.
Really excited and impressed to see the working conditions. The next day, we headed to the Shein Innovation Center. This facility blew my mind. It's over 600,000 square feet. There's so much technology, and Shein is just such a developed and complex company, and it was so beautiful to see firsthand. I was able to interview a woman that worked in the fabric cutting department.
So this particular influencer got on the internet and proceeded to defend why they went to the Shein factory and, you know, so forth and so on. And they are very ethical. And from what I've seen, and the girlies were eating them. Oh, and then they tried to liken fat phobia to racism and homophobia and so forth, which is all phobic and hateful. But no, ma'am, you don't get to do that just because niggas are eating you up in the comment section about you trying to defend these unethical ass practices. So yes, that's my understanding in the 280.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So here's what got me on the Temu thing. So I see all these advertisements and things. They've taken over everywhere.
Yes.
But because you're listening to this now, and because I've said Temu more than 3 times, the only thing you're gonna see now is Temu ads. Because
stop saying it. Like, I don't want to see that.
Every time you get a Temu ad, tweet Jade. So
everybody getting blocked. Y'all know better than to play in my shit like that.
So I get the thing. I'm like, let me just give in. Whatever. Just let me give in. Because my friend was like, oh, I've gotten some like rando shit on there, but it works. So I'm like, okay. So if you go on the website or app, it is so chaotic. It's like an epileptic seizure anytime you just go on the thing. It's just like wheelies and spins and all this good stuff.
No.
So I'm like, all right. So I clearly know where the product is coming from and probably the quality, right? So I'm placed to order a month ago before Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
And it came Sunday.
I just saw your tweet about it too. I had to scroll back to it.
And it came on Sunday. Now, I ordered the following. And the reason why I ordered it is because I won randomly the thing where I didn't have to pay anything. Okay. So I paid like $5 for one of the items. Mm-hmm. And I got random items. I got a whisk, a paper towel holder.
I thought this was clothing.
A Japanese washcloth thingamajig. Because they have really I wasn't trusting to get like real shit on from there.
Fair.
And it was free. So I'm like, if I could part with $5. Even though $5 is still a lot of money to your girl, I could still part ways with it. So I said, oh, well, I'm going to get this little wireless lavalier microphone to help with, recording and stuff like that. So when we have the audio is better.
Like the mini ones that you put to your... I love those. I want one of those. Yeah.
Labs are great.
AliExpress got a few I've been looking at.
These.
That's the most chaos I will endure is AliExpress. Okay.
I got it, right? And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. It's missing pieces.
Oh.
And it came open. But so I was like, okay, well, I only spent $5. I'm annoyed, so whatever. But they use laser ship.
Oh,
and have you ever had laser ship from Amazon?
I've had laser ship. Who does laser ship? One of the clothing girlies. One of the international clothing girlies.
Another fast fashion?
No, it's not fast fashion. Because I don't shop fast fashion.
Oh, well, they came to my house on a Sunday. And they were bamming on my door like the motherfucking police. Now, the reason why I have a bone to pick with them is like if you look on Patreon, I'm inserting a video here of you can see the quality of the little microphone with missing pieces that they gave me. In the video, since you guys can't hear it, I sound exactly like Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh no.
So
Now, last week I told my wife I need a home improvement loan. She gave me $1,000 to move out. I'll tell you, my wife, there's always something, you know? Well, the other day I called her up. I said to her, honey, I've been thinking about the last time we had sex. I'm getting excited. She said, who is this?
Oh, no.
So, just like Tiffany Evans owes me $1, Timu owes me $5.
Why is Tiffany
You should
Evans
compile this.
Because she asked me for $1 from at a McDonald's, and I gave it to her, not knowing that she had a whole record career, but she was like young. But she was like, I need $1. I was like, here, girl. And I thought she was like
you shame me for still holding a grudge against Nicki Minaj. But that wasn't
no,
$1.
I don't.
Oh.
Why would I ever shame you for holding a grudge against Nicki Minaj? If anything, I would fuel it.
Oh, okay. Because I still have one.
Jay, that's how I am with Spike Lee. You know, Spike Lee.
Yes.
For that salmon croquette plate from when I used to work at Marcus Vineyard. But shout out to Spike Lee.
You know, I told that story recently. And you know what? I did. I said Spike came up in that bar and fucking ordered stuff and just walked out after.
And 2 Bacardi mojitos. Okay. He specifically requested white Bacardi. So, yeah.
Spike yelled
I remember.
Our employees one day because it was a piece of lime on the key lime pie.
Oh my God.
I looked at I said, you are unhinged. You are unfucking hinged.
That's weird.
That's crazy.
So then who's the kindest and meanest celebrity if you two have ever encountered?
The kindest and the meanest. Boris Kodjoe was extremely kind.
Of course he is. Someone that beautiful has to be kind. Otherwise, they'd be evil.
Yeah, I think Spike was the meanest and the nicest. Yeah, because I've seen him and I've met him more than once.
He's ornery. He's
very ornery. But I me and my friend, we interrupted him while he was on a phone call, so I understand why he was a little bit pissy.
Okay.
You know, we were so young. We were like in our early 20s and just starstruck and like, oh my God, Spike. And he was like on the phone and not giving a fuck. But the nicest was when I met Kelly Rowland. She was really sweet. And I also met Jason Statham randomly in the city. And he just gave like a really like nice, good hug. Like he was like really welcoming and just like,
Jason Statham. Wait, who's Jason Statham?
He's the guy that does like all the, I think, Transporter movies and like, let me see. The short white guy. Jason. He does a lot of action stuff.
Tom Cruise.
Very cute. Very sweet, though.
Oh, him. Okay, yes, with the head. Mm-hmm.
My name is Turkish. Funny name for an Englishman, I know. My parents-to-be were on the same plane when it crashed. That's how they met. They named me after the name of the plane. Not many people are named after a plane crash.
Yes, okay, he was very nice. Child, because, child, thoughts, movies. Boris Kodjoe was one of the nicest. Anthony Anderson, but I've since learned, never mind.
Boris seems like he would be really sweet.
Cedric the Entertainer.
And he looks like he smells good. I love me some Cedric.
Cedric was extremely kind, like, and funny and like warm. I made him laugh because I said something stupid, and it just flew out. And
Cedric is still one of my favorite comedians of all time.
And he is that. You know how a lot of comedians are actually like very tormented people. He didn't give that. He was very light and warm. He's like a big old piece of bread. I was like, yes, Coco Bread Seti. It was very nice.
Aww.
The meanest. He's dead now, unfortunately. But
good for him.
No, not. I don't wish death on the man.
Sorry,
Uncle Phil from.
He was mean.
Yeah, he wasn't nice. he wasn't.
Sparks.
He wasn't nice.
He's about to blow, man. Make a break for the front door, I'll cover you.
Ironically enough, Praz
Well,
Praz
clearly
from
the international man of mystery.
right, and I told you how he used to come up in the bar with that fucking hood on his head. And I'd be like, literally, nobody gives a fuck about you.
He proved you wrong, though. You see,
I know
he was under surveillance.
Child, okay, Chinese balloons.
Yeah. Oh my God.
How
You have to be
random.
a subject of like, listen, you could be in a Hulu doc. You could be like, I served Proswell.
Dustin's
at the
timing is, hold on. Oh,
Bar. We recorded.
Great, he hung up. Okay. But yes, he was not. Yeah, he was not nice. He was not nice.
Interesting.
And then Nicki Minaj, but I didn't actually meet her, but her raggedy ass stood me up, and now she owes me 1 full night's of pay, of what I used to make it in a girl on a Tuesday on a shift by myself, which paid the rent.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So Nicki Minaj, until you do right by me.
Everything you're going to do
Everything you
going to fail.
which is clearly not true, but also in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
What about you?
We all know the number one person who was the meanest.
Yes,
to me.
we know.
But I'll give you number 2.
Okay.
Because my nicest person and meanest person are related. My meanest person is Russell Simmons. And
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Fitting.
I can see that.
What? Because he's a demon.
So, yeah,
Literally.
he is a caterpillar of like.
Have you all seen the
scum.
recent developments?
Oh,
With,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's why I called him a
Okay.
demon. I mean, he was a demon before that, but
So the building that Cozy was in on 14th and Broadway. He owns the building.
okay.
So I happen to be in Cozy and waiting for the bathroom. And so he just kind of just walks in, cuts in front of me, no waiting in line, bams on the door. Somebody comes out and he goes right in.
Oh.
Just rude. And mind you, I didn't have to pee. I had to piss. Like I was just like, oh, you bastard.
So nasty.
He also
so
doesn't
rude.
wash his hands because his hands were mad dry. Because I look for that when people walk out. Because people be like, "Oh, I dried my hands with a towel." No, there's still an element of moisture there. Don't lie to me.
Oh no, I
So
walk out
then-
the bed. If they don't have no paper towels and they only have the dryers, I air dry because
Yeah, air
Oh
dry.
yeah, I have to wait.
Because
till
that
somebody
stuff is
comes
nasty.
out.
Yeah.
not blowing all that
disgusting.
fecal
Right.
matter all over the place.
And so the wait person that I have, I don't know their pronouns because this was a long time ago and they probably changed them. They have said, they were like, oh yeah, they own the building. He is not a nice person. And I was like, and I'm sure she wanted to call him an N-word. And probably in that moment, I probably would have allowed her. However,
No,
I was like,
Chris Rock.
no, he is me. I'm joking. I would not.
I know.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not Chris Rock.
that. No.
Mm-mm.
But the
Get that.
nicest person was Kimora Lee Simmons.
Oh,
I like Kimura.
So
I don't
I had
have
a
no
white
issue with her.
boyfriend. I had a white boyfriend at the time. This was almost 20 years ago. Colorist Page, don't attack me. And so so we had went at the time. Kimura had like a View type show. It was like 4 women with equally awful opinions. Like having it was one of those things.
4 ladies on a TV.
Yeah. So I happened to get tickets through my school, and me and my boo thing went down there for with the class to go. And it was I was a freshman year in college, and she during the
you was
commercial break, she just
experimenting.
kept talking to us specifically, like everybody else, but she would just kept talking to me and him, and she would be like, do you like this? Come feel this. And so she'd be like, it's okay, you can come. She'd be like, you can come feel it. And I've never really, this was my first time feeling like something really expensive. She was like, don't you like this is vintage Cavalli? I wore this with Ming when I was pregnant with Ming. Isn't it beautiful? I'm sure it cost like $48,000. But then she kept looking at me and she was like, that's your boyfriend? And I was like, yeah. And she was like,
Is that a little
like,
judgment?
She knew then.
Oh my god.
She knew.
That bitch
That's
woke
why
up
I
the other day
always
and got
focus-
on live with a white bathrobe and a diamond necklace. So I mean, clearly, been
Taurian
fabulous.
queen.
What?
Taurian
She's a
queen.
Taurus. That makes sense.
Absolutely.
It does.
Makes
It does.
sense.
She's a Taurus from the Midwest.
Because she don't be out there with her business all over the place, which is why it was shocking that she was on the live in the first place. And then you ain't really heard too much about Kimora being a problem in society.
No, she just had a little weed problem back in the day, but who did it?
But what's a weed problem? What does that really mean?
Yeah, what is that?
And by problem, I mean it's because the law found out. I didn't say she had a problem with it.
Oh, okay.
But, you know.
No, not with it. But I was like, what they
You
trying
know
to
how
call
they
her,
are
a
about
crackhead?
pot.
Yeah,
Well, they call it
her
dope.
nigga had a problem.
Yeah, they called it dope, even though dope is not weed. Dope,
Right? Dope is crack. Right?
It's freebase.
But people from a certain generation call everything dope.
They do.
My grandmother calls everything dope.
We grew up in a generation where they call everything dope. Dare was all about don't
You're
do
smoking dope.
You're smoking dope.
On the corner.
We should bring it back. Girl,
we should bring it back.
I want to know if niggas is still freebasing. That's what I want to know.
I think so, Joe.
Yeah.
I think so.
If niggas are still like consuming whippets,
you're right.
Of course they're consuming.
If niggas are mixing, it's prison drugs.
It's a concoction of things. It's like lean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Prison lean. Yeah. Prison
like
lean.
a hooch tease.
Yes, but like more on the crack side of things.
Yeah.
Or crack.
Because it's a lot of things mixed up.
Let's look up the
so like a hodgepodge kind of
things.
Because
that
on
make
60
drugs.
Days In, they describe having to hide the medications that they take in their mouths and to crush it up and then spit it out into this cup.
Well, apparently it's a dog,
then they'll mix it with whatever liquids and shit. And
okay, here we go. Whippets is a slang term recreationally used for nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide is a type of gas that, when inhaled inappropriately, can cause some mental and physical impairment.
Oh, that whippets. Those, I thought we were talking about the one from prison. That whippets.
But aren't they the same?
White,
Oh, that's not the same shit? So they just calling all kinds of things whippet? It's like dope.
It's time to pay some bills.
Yes.
Anywho, thank you all for listening each and every week. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. That we're on everywhere you can get your podcast every Friday. Tell them to subscribe. It's free on any platform. If you want to go where the true mess lives, where we have tons of programming for you all, sign up for a Patreon. It's $9.99. We have Drag Race recaps with the Bonni Scotch. We have so many other recaps and just random things that we watch and do over there.
Yeah.
So have fun. It's a wang dang doodle. Subscribe to us on YouTube. It's free. We do 15-minute previews of what we do on YouTube. Plus, we've been unlocking things from the vault. So there has been some vintage stuff that we recorded like 5, 6, 7 years ago. That's up now on YouTube. So go check that out. And check the description box wherever you're listening so you can find out where to follow the Bonni Scotch and all our other stuff that you may hear on the show, including our advertisers. And lastly, rate us 5 stars and give us a shout out in the comments wherever you're listening. And if you listen on Spotify, you should be able to see a question that says, how'd you like this episode? If you could just get a little reply, that would help us out immensely. If there's one other thing I'm trying to think about, shop our sponsors. Do you have anything else, Jade, about Jade's?
No.
It'll come to me soon.
Okay.
But yeah. Let's take a break and we'll be back with more.
Yes.
Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Everybody know about y'all, man. Y'all got these banging records out, man. How y'all bring them, man? How y'all keeping it hot like that, man?
We been doing it for about 10 years, so we ain't got no choice but to keep it hot.
Oh, yeah?
If we try not to keep it. And then we got Manny Fresh, man. It's the best producer in the century, man.
We got the best front office. We got the best...
we're black. We're talking to the Bonni Scotch, and today we're talking about Southern music. Now, I was telling Jade that I happened to find myself over down to the VH1 BET Landia, and I saw that they had 50 years of hip hop tribute performance, and I thought, T.I. icon if he would just STFU.
Mm-hmm. Musically.
Just musically great icon because, nigga, you don't know me. And I was like, yes, jam.
Yeah, Rubber Band Man.
Yeah, Rubber Band Man. I just wish I didn't know anything about your life. I wish I didn't know that you were married to Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't know that you hated women.
Wait, what happened with Smokey?
Oh, Tiny. Because she looks
yeah. She looks like a pit bull.
Yeah.
She looks like she looks like a I don't.
She looks like the dog that niggas raise.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm not calling her a dog. I want to differentiate the two.
But you know when the pit bulls have those icy blue eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the
and
ones
we know the look.
That look like the pit bulls, but they're not. But they're mean. The ones with the really long white nose.
Yes.
The one from Little Rascals?
It might be that one.
That's a cute baby.
No, but it has the spot around the eye. I know why you said that, because it's got the spot around the eye, but it's got that very long snout.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jade said, called me and was like, we should talk about Southern rap because we had a milestone day, right? This week?
Yes. So this week was June 27th, which is DJ Screw Day in Houston. And so our good sis Nikki of NL Makeup / Plentiful Brows said, make sure that you please pay homage to DJ Screw this week on Jada XD. So I said, bet, we'll do an entire Southern rap episode. And so if you are not aware, DJ Screw is a staple in the Houston music scene. And he has an iconic, very long freestyle called June 27th. And so we are doing an ode to Southern rap, DJ Screw, and all things in between. This episode of Jada XD.
Keep my blade, emphasize shade. Rolling down the board, just cracking the concrete. Bitches on my knee, coming down on me. Oh, I gotta come down real. Thinking about going big. Nigga just never miss.
Yeah. Southern rap is something, especially Texan Southern rap, is something I had to get into later, just because of the fact of where I lived, growing up, geographically. Even when I moved to New York, it was one of those things like I had to get put on to. And one of the first things I got put on to was "Shake Yo Sally" by Penn.
Girl, if you got some good salad, talk to him. I want you to get on the dance floor on this one. You can shake salad. You can shake salad. Come on. Broke salad. You can broke salad. So much swap salad. So much swap salad. You got 3 seconds to get on the dance floor with this.
How did you come across this?
I had some. My first roommate in college was a DJ. And a New York-based DJ, but he was very well versed in all music. So he would I remember one day he had an external and he hooked it up to my computer. He was like, copy and paste it. And so he gave me all this music, like Mr. Gibb and Sean Paul, not the dancehall artist.
Yes, because you must differentiate.
Yes. There's 2. Also,
DJ Paul is a dog, one you do not trust.
Not trust. Leave your drink around. Leave your drink on get drunk up.
Yes,
and
Kitty.
Mr. Gibb, he was a little ugly and nasty.
Wait, let me look up Mr. Gibb. Hold on.
I think, God, what is his name? Yeah, Mr. Gibb, I want to say.
Mr. Gibb. Hold on.
John Carlo. That?
I know Fresh will know this if and when she listens to it, because she used to play the song. She used to play the song all the time on Crunk and Disorderly. Ooh, I can't remember. Anywho, but yeah.
Not Freddie. This is not showing up anywhere. Freddie Gibbs is showing up.
No, I'm going to have to find it. Okay, hold on.
Because I need to know.
You talk amongst yourselves while we talk about it.
It's not. Please.
We don't have to get into that.
Please. I was like, nope, I have not commented on this man's coochie pink booty hole brown and won't. I'm not doing it. Because you know what? People's bedroom proclivities are not my nigga ass business.
And I'm not here to judge.
That's it. If you like to listen, it may feel good. I don't know. Actually, I do.
To that thing, daddy, make it roll. If you pop, lock, bum it, baby, we can roll. Hey, pop, lock, and
But
jump.
you know, there's no difference between like Pound Town and like, Slob on My Knob.
No.
You know?
I don't know why niggas are acting like they're so shocked by coochie
How does
pink
Pound
booty
Town
hole.
go?
My
coochie
booty hole brown. Okay, her.
Where the niggas? I'm looking for the hoe. Stop playing, nigga. Come suck a bitch toes.
Yeah.
A mantra.
Yeah, there's no difference than, slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. Me.
Then do your job.
Yeah. People be so hot in the chest for something we already did and just conveniently forgot about. But I do want to say, though, I think one of these rappers in Detroit made a very valid argument about today's music. And he was like...
Which rapper was this? Which rapper was this?
One of those that has like a errant like name and something else, like in a noun. It's like Danny Boy or something.
Not Black Milk.
Something that rap niggas know.
Like an NBA young boy, one of those kind of.
No.
Detroit actually has some valid artists coming out of Detroit.
I can't think of his name.
It's not Payroll Giovanni.
No, because he's low-key like an activist in the town.
I like that name.
Detroit.
I do too.
Yeah, like because he was on Viceland and on another thing on an episode of Noisy, and he was talking about how the housing crisis in Detroit is a problem. I can't remember what he said, but the point is, in this video, he was like, music today is a lot like shoes. He was like, when it comes to sneakers, there's all these LeBron and KD shoes with all these new technology, and you don't even have to like tie your shoes anymore, and it'll check your blood pressure and all that shit. But y'all niggas aren't buying that.
No.
What are people buying? The old and faithful
Jordans. Comfort Lows.
And he was like, y'all niggas aren't making Jordans comparing to music. He was like, I'm ignoring what you said. He pointed out that niggas aren't making
Don't
classics.
ignore me.
He was like,
don't ignore me.
She's shaming me for my.
No, I'm not shaming
and when
you.
I talked to Crystal,
activities.
and when I talked to Crystal about how we go to like Jada Nixon goes to therapy, and I'm talking about how my co-host, the best friend, was bullying me for my fashion choices, and she called me poor.
No, I did not. No, see, here you go. See, this is why we need to go to therapy, because you lying on me is what happened. I never called you poor. I called you old because you tried to pass these Jumpmans off as 11s, and you really
how was I supposed to know?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think you got some fake shoes on.
Nah, chill.
These are some fake Space Jams.
Nah, chill. My mom got me these. I don't know where she got them from. They're fresh.
Nah, they're that fake, bro.
Nah, man.
I thought the bitch was white. I don't know.
But I told him, and he fought me down.
The box says 11.
The box
I did not know that there is
Jordan
a differential.
Comfort. 11.
I did not know there was a differential. I did not know there was different types.
It was. See, she didn't have to say comfort.
No, because that's the differentiation.
I did not know that there is multiple types of Jordans. I just thought,
Neither did I until you pulled him. But it's not going to stop me.
It's a learning moment.
It is. It's an educational moment, and I'm gonna laugh at it forever.
So damn evil.
Back to Southern rap.
Continue.
Let's talk about you, Jade of all J's, and Kid. What you got as far as
Kitty Boom Boom? What you got on your list?
Okay, so I am from Brooklyn, New York. I was born and raised, like I'm a bona fide Brooklyn girl. And in 2002, I moved to Dallas, Texas. I started my sophomore year in Dallas. Mm-hmm. So when I got to Texas, I was kind of confused about this chopped and screwed bit. I got to be honest, I wasn't with it. I wasn't messing with it until I heard Aaliyah's Come Over, Chopped and Screwed. I was like, okay, y'all ate that. But my personal jam from that era, I don't know if you all remember this. It's a song by Big Hawk. And it goes, I'm chilling with my broad and you already know.
Time you see a nigga, you wanna hold my hand. But you don't understand that you're not my type. I got a wife, and you're just my late night high. Chilling with my broad and you already know. If you wanna reach me, hit me on the down low.
Yes, and if you want to reach me, hit me on the down low. If I don't call back, don't put on a show. If I ride past your house and blow instead of knocking on your door. Hey, yes. That's my cut right there. Yeah, that's for the old school hoes.
Oh, okay. Bitch, yes, because that was prime time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That was a cut. That was a cut. That was also when I first learned that there was a Southern alternative to Black Rob's Woe, and it was called Man.
What?
Oh yes, hold on.
Interesting.
Man.
And I don't know why I kept saying Mr. Gibb. It's Mr. Big. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, Mr. I was Big. Like, well, that's not. Here we. No, not Black Rob. Now I need the one with Man. I don't know who sings it, though. God damn it. Oh, because I typed that in wrong into the Google search. Houston rap, Man, alternative, Black Rob. Here we... Oh, wait.
And then Lil Flip.
Big Pokey. Was it Big Pokey? Oh, but rest in peace. Yes, Game Over. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, did you know they remade a Lil Flip song recently?
No.
Yeah, they did that. They remade that Sunshine song.
Sunshine. I can call you my baby boy. You can call me your baby girl. Maybe we could spend some time.
Sunshine. They remade that. But they have done that. The new kid, the Generation Za, has taken it and redone
Generation Za.
My baby, call me your baby girl. Hit me up, we can spend time. Lady, you been on my mind.
I know you wanna chill with a player, but all you gotta do is keep it real with a player. Keep it real, and maybe we can spend some time.
They're taking songs that were not even good and remaking them like they did, what's the one I heard? I don't want to know if you play, which was a jam to us, but if you listen to, that nigga can't sing. The Weeknd, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, remade that song. I learned recently.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't think that he's a good singer because I remember the House of Balloons project, and after that, I said never again. Oh, but I know some people love him and go up for him, so I let them have it. It's just everything is not for me.
They love and go up.
Coke music isn't really for me. Like, you know what I mean? No.
Like downer Coke music because it don't go together.
See, because there's different. There's crack and then there's Coke. You know what
I
mean? And
yes, but Coke music is also house music, right? And we love that.
Yeah,
and it's also disco.
It's also disco.
That too. And it's also what they take with it. It's like you taking just a whole bunch of downers and
promethazine and cocaine.
The girls are cocktailing.
Yeah, they are cocktailing boots. I guess it's whippets galore, which, by the way, I want you all to know in that description that I looked up, it's also called hippie crack.
Huh.
Hippie crack.
Mm-hmm. Hippie crack.
You know, I hate the fact that white people straight go name crack that's just the ultimate thing that it's addictive. We're gonna call it crack. I'm on Food Talk or whatever, and they make whatever crack or whatever, and it's just like caramel and
that's like old lady at
like saltines
at a milk bar. Cracker crack. The lady at Milk Bar where she made the crack pie.
And the blacks bullied her
into changing the name.
Changing her name.
Good.
You told me that.
Yeah.
Good for her.
But white people do love. They love calling shit. They love calling it crack. They have
throwing crack in there. Yeah.
Because I feel like we did that first. I feel like we was like, oh nigga, that's crack. And then
we did.
Then we had to. What do the kids say now? Bussin'.
Yeah,
busted.
It's busted now. We had to retract crack because of our community. You know, but I'm glad we did. We reclaimed the word.
Have we?
I don't know. I get very sensitive when it comes to reclaiming things.
I do too.
Not because we always reclaim the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Coming from the show that says nigga religiously, what else are you talking about?
I didn't say that was the wrong thing to reclaim.
Well, I ain't never gonna let that go.
I mean, not
That's
ever.
a staple.
Honestly. Call me Miss Pat.
No,
I don't care how many Cornell West speeches y'all want to give about it. I don't give a damn.
You choose not to use it, but nigga,
correct. But in my nigger house,
exactly.
That's what we gonna call it.
To show that if we didn't have sponsors
in my nigger house.
We abide by rule.
In my colored abode. What else y'all got? Because when you, I'll give you a Dallas one that I think will resonate with you.
Okay.
Doro.
Ooh.
Say it again.
I had the biggest crush on him.
Doro. Go ahead, XD. Sing it.
Candy paint. Gosh.
Ice cream paint job.
Clean on the outside, cream on the inside, ice cream paint job. Got screens on the dash, what to say by the bill, got a house by the bayside. Yeah, I'm living like that, and I'm riding like that.
Oh yes, ice cream paint job in the real good.
Have you don't remember ice cream paint job? I feel like that was that same time.
I remember it was that era, but I didn't get into it like that.
Clean
ice cream.
Outside,
I remember it.
Inside, clean on the outside, cream on the inside. Ice cream.
Do you by any chance?
Walk that walk.
What's the name of it? Oh my God.
She could walk that walk.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Walk. I was a big Duro fan because.
What a random.
He was type on the tasty side back in the day.
Let me look at
JD, do you remember it was a song by Big Brothers. BIGBROVAZ. Brothers. Big Brothers.
And what's it called?
Favorite things. Buy me diamonds and rubies. I'm crazy about Bentleys, Gucci dresses and drop-top compresses. Wine me and dine me, bring those platinum rings. Those are a few of my favorite things.
Oh, it's demonic at the top of this video. Come on, niggas. I like when niggas get into some spooky shit.
Crazy about Bentleys.
We can play more than 30 seconds because they can't sue. Okay.
When that beat drops.
Okay.
Hey. Drop top. Yes, that was my
niggas in a carousel in sepia. I like that. I like that. That's good.
Yes, honey.
Yes.
What was the other thing out of Dallas?
For the old school hoes.
Oh, the hit him with the flex. I'm trying to think about stuff that came out of Dallas.
Oh yeah,
hit him with the flex.
That was the big thing.
Hit him with the flex. Hit him with the flex. I
remember that one.
Let's see.
Oh, and we cannot forget, the Dougie.
The original Dougie.
The original.
Dougie. My Dougie. My Dougie. My Dougie.
My Dougie. My Dougie.
It's a Biggie beat.
My Dougie. They talk about my Dougie. Fresh. My Dougie.
And I murder my Dougie. My Dougie. My Dougie. My Dougie. My Dougie. My Dougie. My Dougie.
all of the Southern tall tea culture really had us on lock. Like it shook the block when it came through.
Chokehold. 5
Absolutely.
I like the way she rocked them hips and she weighed and it. Way she rocked them hips.
You know,
she
they got to
wait.
perform at the BET Awards in 2023.
No way.
I was so surprised because I thought they weren't allowed. But
Jade's
I guess all of them were there except the one that's still in prison.
Wait, who was that again?
He's being nasty. One of them in Crime Mob. He tried to.
Oh yes, I did. Yeah, I did hear about that.
I was also glad that Mystical is to find out that he's still in prison.
Good.
I found that out recently.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Where he need to be.
What I've learned about the BET Awards and probably the Hip Hop Awards in general is that there was a lot of people there that I know that had like permission from their PO officers because
to be there.
MOP was there, and I was like, I swore.
Eddie Up?
Yeah, to sing Eddie Up with Busta Rhymes and reminisce. I was so confused.
Wait a minute.
Now where they dig them niggas up from?
Where the fuck MOP come from? Where they at?
What?
Not in prison, apparently. I swore that the shorter one had got locked up for whatever reason, but no, they were there.
Well, maybe it wasn't
a friend of mine was commenting on the BET Awards, and they were saying, pretty much how it felt like they were trying to ride this wave of nostalgia as opposed to like bridging the gap between the younger generation and the older artists. It just seemed like they were trying to really highlight and display artists that we grew up with that have already peaked in their career. So I was like, maybe it's like elder millennials and Gen Xers running the program right now, but they probably should think about how to bridge in more current acts and things like that.
They tried.
You can't run a show on nostalgia.
Oh, I heard, but I heard Ice Spice had 3 songs, and that sounds like too many to me.
So let me tell you what happened. So they did try to, like for the 50 anniversary of hip hop thing, like they try to do like blend the new girls with the old girls, especially with Busta Rhymes. So like,
cool.
They brought out that girl that has that annoying song on the internet.
Coil Ray.
Yes, I just want to have a good night.
I cannot with that
song.
I hate it.
You don't know how you know.
Yeah, and then they had another song that girl from Brooklyn who's angry at everybody. And she's like, get the fuck back, get the fuck back.
I know who you're talking about, but I forget her name.
Watch Out, What You Said. She's cute and small.
Oh, is it Lola Brooke?
Yes. Her. Lola Brooke. It's something.
I carry bitches like I'm prodigal. Bra, extendo.
Yeah.
Bra. Okay, her.
Yeah, she's so little and angry.
She's tiny.
I'm still gonna make me 100 M's with 100 plans. Give me peso, extendo. I carry bitches like I'm prego. Beat around with nigga called Pedro. Suck a nigga, shoulda knew it from the get-go. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby.
Is she little?
Yeah.
Is she from Bed-Stuy?
She's from Brooklyn.
She's like 4'11" and so.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Don't play with it.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Yeah, her voice is mad cute. It's so cute.
I can't.
But yes, they tried to like bridge it that way, but having like including some of the songs that they have sampled.
Oh, that's cute.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Was it executed?
It was cute for what it was, but I do agree that a lot of times people bank on nostalgia, and that's not gonna work all the time.
Right.
You know, because it's also kind of hard to watch because so I was editing Getting Grown and Jade had talked about Spliff Star and Busta. And so then they came on, right? And I was like, that is a loyal relationship. Like they have been together like
good
down like 4 flats.
Firefly Lane, those two.
And you know what I've also forgot? That Spliff Star had a actual verse.
In what song?
Baby, if you give it to me,
I'll give it to you.
Oh, he did. Oh, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were a couple of verses that didn't belong to Busta.
And on Break Your Neck, he had a verse too.
He was on Break Your Neck as well. I just appreciate the fact that these niggas are.
Star is the little light skinned guy, right? The short light skinned guy. Okay,
he's still riding alongside Busta to this day.
Really?
I just looked it up the other day. 51, 52 years old. They still riding tight, which I appreciate.
I can appreciate that too.
I love to see black men in their relationships, their loyal relationships.
Yeah,
I like to see black men.
I enjoy it. Yeah, and speaking of black men getting older, the De La Soul episode on Drink Champs was good. If you guys haven't looked at it,
it was because Nori be doing a lot for me sometimes.
Nori,
I
can't take him most of the time, but I can appreciate what he's doing and the way he's pulling in, a lot of these older guests. And I enjoyed like the Jadakiss episode and him talking about, the Locks still being together and how they pretty much grew up together because, they were like kids in the same neighborhood. That was cool. So Didn't mean to sidetrack it like that.
Oh no, you're fine. This show should be called Sidetrack.
You're right. I should know by now.
Period.
It's time for a break anyway.
Oh yeah, let's take a break.
Let's take a break and we'll be back with more. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Trying to be a rep at first. I was trying to be the CEO, Exactly. I went and got reps who I knew from different projects, and I formed my group before, Stuntman, he was from Hollywood Court, he was in Brett Street and Front Street, they from Born Home, we got Fable.
And we're black, talking just about rap.
It was supposed to be about Southern rap, but we have veered into different directions. To bring it back to Southern rap and also the intersection of old and new. One of the newer groups that the crowd knows that I personally appreciate in the new Southern rap iteration is the Migos, who also currently performed at the most recent BET Awards. Quavo and Offset did a tribute to Takeoff.
Offset Jackson.
Offset Jackson. Yes, Randy. And they did. Spare Jackson. Because that boy loves him some Michael. He is living out all of his childhood.
He loves Michael Jackson cosplay.
Oh, he does. Yes. Which I kind of live for.
Me as a child.
I live for it because a part of the reason I live for it is because I've seen him kind of in the fashion world, like moving about. So I know he takes it very seriously, but also I've seen him performing like with choreography and he gives me a taste of pop star.
The rap dolls are
sister. No, let me tell you, sister. Let me tell you something about Offset.
Yes.
Cephas. Okay, because that's his last name. Very black.
Kiari
Cephas. That little boy can dance his motherfucking ass off.
Yeah. Apparently he used to do like background dancing for Whitney Houston back in the day.
Yes. I think him and Quavo were on a set of a video, if I'm not mistaken.
Whitney Houston's.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston's.
I don't remember which one, but I believe they were both on set. And I love to see, because we did grow up in an era where rappers had to have a certain persona. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are all a part of the problem that we didn't take them seriously if there was an element of corniness to them until, we had niggas like Mace. It just depends.
I was just going to mention Mace, that he ushered in that it was cool to kind of be different. Like, I remember I watched... Mace did the Sitting on Top of the World choreography with Brandy. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that's my first memory of a man doing something that kind of went against the current in the rap world, from what I remember. So.
No, that's true. Puffy was one of the main examples. And I think that's kind of like where we have that infamous like Suge Knight pushback, right?
Yes.
But I do think that Puffy in a way kind of ushered in a new era of like you don't have to be Black Boy Joy. You don't have to be on the block to have rap can be fun. It doesn't have to be, you know, pain and ultimately, like a black country song, right? Because country music is almost like rap in the sense of you have, you know, 3 chords and the truth, kind of just like rap. And if you rap right, I get why Puffy is instrumental in this idea of like. We can frolic.
Yeah.
But
which then we got other frolicking. Like I would call Ludacris a frolicking ass nigga. Ludacris made joyful rap music that and then made certain shit funny, right? We got the whole skit and then we got the song, right? And it's like that might not go as well today. It may not.
But you know, Ludacris is one of my early examples of like, maybe not image-wise, but I would say in his cadence and in his presentation, rap-wise, I would say he was one of the more campy, more animated rappers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whereas, you know, Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott gave you that more visual camp. And they could be campy in their rap styles, but Luda was fun, he was animated, he was different at that time. It was different for somebody who was Southern to be ushering in this, you know, sound with pop sensibilities, if that makes sense.
Because even if you look at examples like Outkast came out the gate rapping, right? Rippity rapping ass niggas. Rapping ass niggas. And then as time went on, they were always individuals, especially Andre. They were both always individuals in their style, but they were able to usher in even more individuality because of how the current was turning in the rap industry.
I think at the time Outkast came out, there was so much of that Southern versus New York or East Coast anxiety and the South feeling like, you know, we don't want you all calling us stupid. We have the lyrical capabilities. And I think they really wanted to like show who they were as artists and as lyricists and to prove themselves to be like, look, we can fit in the room with the rest of these New York guys, these East Coast guys, and everybody else. We can hold our own, and we need to show you like it's not Bubba Gump's, you know, shucking shrimp out of the fucking. It's not giving that. Like we're smart, we're intellectual, we have something to say, we have something to offer, and thank God they did.
Oh, listen, and we have so many examples of Southern rappers who were rapping ass niggas and proved that. We have Pimp C, we got Scarface and Ghetto Boys in general. We got Bun B. There's Lil Kiki. Like we
got Juvenile.
Can we just take a Juvenile?
Can
we just take a Juvenile moment of appreciation? For a second?
Juvenile looked good.
He do.
When I saw his little things for NPR, I was like, "You're looking good, young man."
What the fuck is a tiny desk? And no. And now he's about to do. And let me tell you, what are some tracks y'all want to see performed on the tiny desk?
You a paper chase, you got your block on fire, you know what it is.
Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. To make nothing out of something, handle your biz, and don't be crying.
That's a motivational song.
Yeah.
I want to see him do a rendition of Know Ya Clap.
Let me hear ya, Know Ya Clap. All right. Yeah, I need that.
I'm gonna need go ahead.
I would like a acoustic version of Slow Motion. I feel like that would be hard for the street.
That's without being said. 400.
Like imagine if it was like the original like Bag Lady like mix, and it was like the Slow Motion. I'm about to be lone morphist out here. I'm mixing shit.
Yes,
see,
that's a great idea.
It is.
I can hear it.
He's gonna do a nasty rendition of Slow Motion.
He better
do a nasty rendition of Slow Motion
because Trina's Tiny Desk was sick,
nasty. I
said,
Now,
I want to introduce you guys to the baddest bitch. Y'all ready? Who's bad? Who's bad? Who's bad? Who's bad?
Y'all got dirty with this.
You want to be hee-haw. You want to be hee-haw. You want to go on the street high. I want to see high. I want to see, what else do I want to see? I want to see bounce back. I'm about to bounce back. Bounce back. I'm about to bounce back. I want to see 400 degrees, slow motion. And we already know he's going to do something stupid with Back That Ass Up.
Of course. Yeah. That's a given. Yeah.
I want to see him do rodeo. Pretty brown,
rodeo.
Brown, driving me
brown.
Yes, I want to see a
rendition. The rodeo
Ghetto
show.
Children at the rodeo show.
Mm-hmm. We need that. Streets need it.
You know what we didn't talk about, and I know, well, two things. One is, as far as Houston is concerned, Beat King icon. But we didn't really talk about Little John. And
another era of Black Boy Joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also fighting ass club music.
Yes.
Also Black Boy Joy.
Yes.
Position of it all.
Yeah. Like real nigga roll call and like and even the fun stuff like skeet skeet, you know, like Southern rap is about having a good time.
And he brought so many artists with him when he came through.
Oh, so Lil Scrappy,
the Yin Yang Twins,
Mob, Yin Yang Twins,
Sean Paul, not the dancehall artist.
Correct.
Yeah. Please shut up.
It's true.
The crunk music era, snap music era, them franchise boys. What was the other one?
Boys.
What was the other one? Laffy Taffy.
What? D4L. Sell anything to profit.
Hey.
5 in the morning on the corner clocking. Yes.
Hey. Early Jeezy. Also, Black Boy Crack Joy. Black Boy Crack selling joy.
Snowman Jeezy.
First I'm gon' stack my flow. And then what? Then I'm gon' stack some more. And then what? Close shop, then I do my count. Hide the rest of the yams at my auntie house. And then what? Get fresh and jump in one of them cars. Hit the club and get
Snowman Jeezy.
When everybody had that snowman on their shirts from Picking Avenue.
When I remember Jeezy, first of all, to see Jeezy perform at the Atlanta Symphony, with the Atlanta Symphony, the Atlanta Orchestra, was just a beautiful moment to see this little nigga-ass nigga from Atlanta come through and be able to represent with his city, but in this classical way and incorporate these two different genres of music. I was like, this is it. Because I remember when Jeezy came out with his tall tees and his chains and his motherfucking fitteds, and I appreciated him. I love early Jeezy music, but I really love to see that elevation and to see these niggas sticking around too.
Yeah.
I love
and
that.
I think it's cool to see him take himself seriously as a legend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
you know what I mean?
So many of them are legends.
They
We
are.
have so many legends.
Period.
So many. Didn't even really get a chance to talk about UGK and Bun B or 3-6 Mafia, even for real.
3-6 Mafia. I mean,
the girls, RP Gangsta
Project
Boo,
Pat,
and Project Pat and
Project Pata.
Project Pata, attracting bad pieces. I'm dirty sucker, French spray gold teeth. I'm out here making sense, cause I'm out here making dollars. I keep a bad broad dough and a top collar.
hoe that I met in the hood. I told her I was country black and it was all good.
So many.
I know. This is why I was like, this is all over the place because there's so much to address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero. There was Zero, Mo City Don, classic.
There was
freestyle.
Mike Jones and Paul Wall.
Mike Jones.
Paul Wall.
Who? Mike Jones.
Slim Thug and
what it do, baby?
Paul
It's the
Wall.
Iceman, Paul Wall.
So let's talk about Paul Wall for a second.
What's going on?
I have a question for you all. Was Paul Wall the Southern Eminem?
I know some hustlers in wheelchairs. We get it till we croak. From South Pole to South Post, I gotta stack them C notes. So listen up close. Say, I gotta get it. I gotta grind.
No.
Tell me your reasoning.
How do I say this on the main show?
Ooh, okay. I already know. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. No, because he fucking.
No, you're right.
Girls, period. End of story.
Yep.
Yeah.
And plus, I wouldn't be scared around Paul Wall, but I would clutch my
That was
pocketbook
my common
around.
sentiment.
Yeah.
It was about fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would feel safe around Paul Wall. Eminem.
Fear?
Huh?
American Fear?
Yeah, more. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Like, if I wouldn't question who Paul Wall voted for.
No, that's
But
fair.
I would definitely question who Eminem voted for.
And also, if we go back here and relive Eminem's music, it was giving, pumped up kicks.
Dark.
Double S.
Yeah.
You can take whatever S means. Just know that
All them little kids with the pumped up kicks.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about
Long
Slim
trench
Thug.
coat.
I ain't trying to fix your weave. I ain't trying to fix your weave. I ain't heard of that.
I'm the young Texas A-Roy, KG of the game, LeBron James. You niggas must don't know my name. I'm Slim Thug, a motherfucker, the big boss of the South. And I'm just talking with my mouth, I back it up with my mouth. Before Jimmy cut the check, it was 50 on my neck and over 50.
Slim Thug, also just a classic.
I know this is a very controversial topic against Southern people about how they don't necessarily feel that Virginia is Southern. However, it did warm my heart.
Clips would tell you otherwise.
Which is what I was going to say. The Clips reuniting the other day really warmed my heart.
Yeah.
And with the new song, which I hope we hear in full, but I was like, oh, Malice is back.
Because Malice was back, but Malice was doing Christian rap. He was doing inspirational rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malice
we all do awful things.
He's super in the gym, and I don't know if you guys saw the Drink Champs interview with Pharrell and Pusha T, but he was talking about how Malice kind of saw some type of darkness in the industry and he wanted to get out. Like I don't know if he had like some type of premonition or whatever. He saw something and he just quit altogether. But he did a verse on Pusha T's last album, It's Almost Dry. And I love that album. So it's good to see Malice just like be back in the happenings, be back in the conversation, because them niggas is nice.
Hot damn.
I'm not going to hold you.
It's a new day. Hot damn. But the nigga want the money.
Want the money.
Woo!
Yes.
God damn, it's a new day. God damn, but the nigga wanted money.
Listen, Virginia, Hell Hath No Fury, all of them, honestly. Like, it's just, I am a Clips fan.
Doors.
Keys open doors. Keys open doors. Ma, I don't love her. Don't listen to her words. You're trying to set us a love birds, but that's not it. Now you see me buying her whips and shit.
It's the life that I live, that you love, and the fact that I'm thug that had you holding text.
We have so much
you really
in the gamut of Southern rap that we won't be able to cover.
Sorry, you guys.
Yeah, I think
you guys froze for a second. Okay, we're back
for a hot sec.
Okay,
we're back.
Good.
But yeah, we're towards the end of the show.
Yeah. I know we were doing this in a very Jade XD way. Maybe next time we'll be able to streamline, but that's very hard with us. Oh,
yeah.
before we go, did y'all see the Offset Cardi B?
Sure did.
I did. I did. Then Cardi's response was quite comical.
First of all, that lady is like, she's just naturally funny. just naturally funny in her spirit. And when she came on singing Keisha Cole's I Should Have Cheated.
Yeah.
First of all, let me say. And then she said, don't pay attention to that country man. He's spiraling.
Mm-hmm. He's spiraling.
She said he's spiraling. So there must be something happening. What are you all's thoughts? I just am curious to know.
I think that it's kind of sad that women in general, but especially high profile women, can't get their chi-tay-tay on and get their look back, on their own time, that somebody's going to go tell their business. And I also think it's kind of whack that, he can have multiple affairs and nobody will blink an eye. But the minute that it's suspected that Cardi did something, it's like, oh, the whole world has to come down. I'm not with that. Listen, if both parties agree to stay with each other after somebody cheats, cheating back is fair game. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, same, actually. Or just leave. Like, just don't be in it.
Or just leave. But if both parties decide to stay, you got to tip the scales back.
Yeah, you do. And you don't get to have an opinion about it when you have had your sludge public and spread all about the highways of America.
You're laying it low and you're spreading it wide.
Like 315.
Yeah. I think that, the men folk be very, very sensitive and insecure. Mm-hmm. And I think whenever they hear something from the streets from somebody that they allegedly trust, they just roll with it. I do agree that he's spiraling, and probably for good reason. He's probably not grieving, or there's not a proper way to grieve, but there's probably some shit going on there. And so he's very susceptible, both of them, everybody involved, susceptible to a whole bunch of outside energies that can affect their psyche, right? But I also
that's responsible.
Feel the following. You know how I often say the messiest bitch you know is a straight man? That's very like...
You ain't lying.
It's not, that nigga posted a story. You thought niggas was going to... And then deleted it immediately. You thought it was going to go away?
That is so... I don't want to say he's a bitch, but that is some bitch...
It's bitch made.
It's bitch made.
Oh, it's fully bitch made.
Yeah.
Fully.
I'm going to run and then delete it.
Yeah, it's very
cunty. I'm deleted.
And you're not 20 years old.
You're not.
To express
You got 25
myself.
Children, a full family. We all just saw all 75 of them kids wish you a happy Father's Day the other day, and the giant cutouts and billboards and balloons and that lady and me and Tristan were talking about it this morning. I said, let me explain something to you. Well, first of all, between us here, the women just cheat better. Okay, it's just they just do.
Well, yeah,
but also,
yeah,
we don't.
That part.
Don't nobody have the bandwidth to be creeping on your black ass, because I am working and I have children and I have mad shit going on right now. Reebok deals and whippets and whatever the fuck else she's the flavored whippet she's selling in the can and whatever else. She ain't got time to be cheating on your black ass.
No.
But like you said, kid, I have the same sentiments. If she did, good.
Yeah, let her do what she got to do.
Let her get her one.
You were doing what you felt you was big enough to do, and on repeated occasions, she should be able to get her own lick back on her own terms. And
didn't she about to catch a case behind this nigga cheating?
Yeah.
Wasn't she about to catch a case behind that? Okay. Right.
Yeah.
I thought I made that up. So, yeah, no, sister, get it back. Lay it low and spread it very wide.
Spread it wide.
California to New York. Thank you.
Well, I don't... Yeah. I don't know about cheating back is what it is. I think she just leave that nigga altogether.
Well, that's my number one vote. But but if they got mad kids and family and they've said then both of them clearly ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
They got hood love. Hood love don't go nowhere.
I feel like
the problem.
Cheating is a deal breaker for me, but I know it's not for other people.
Right.
No,
so a lot of people stay.
We have to break these generational curses. Everybody want to talk about generational wealth and generational curses, but that only comes to fiscal solvency.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever wants to talk about the other shit that we talk about that is affecting the quote unquote nuclear black family that these niggas never want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clear emotional communication and effective communication and active listening. That is a curse that we as people just can't seem to fucking figure out.
Right.
And I wish that, like,
it ain't Instagram.
we just together because it's toxic and it's what we do. No. Black people, we deserve to live longer and to live better. And a part of that is being in healthy relationships.
Yes.
And that can't be achieved if we're not being honest with one another. Like, if you don't want to be with me, then don't be with me. What did Kiki say? What you saying.
Say what you're saying.
Like, and that applies. Do what you do. And like, you don't have.
Let's talk about. We need to have an episode on or generational curses.
Yes, and how niggas be lying and always frame it in the scope of like either super trauma, where it's like, creeping and with family members being nasty and not saying anything, or, this type of stuff. And it's like, no, let's refocus.
Yeah, we're going to have an episode on that. But that's it this week, y'all. Thank you for listening. Make sure you go check out the Patreon and the YouTube and check out Casa Bonni on YouTube and Adornment Architect. All things linked in the description box. And we're taking a little summer break next week, but we will be back the following. So you all get a beautiful reprise episode for those who haven't listened to all 400 and whatever the fuck episodes of Jaden XD. Make sure you check out
I believe it'll
that.
It'll be a new gumbo episode. I can tell you that.
Oh, it'll be a gumbo.
Yeah, it'll be a gumbo episode, so it'll be a good time.
Okay, all right. Those are always a good time.
Yeah. But thank you, Kit, for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Anytime.
Yes. And until next time, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, we're moving.